Hey folks, I've been sitting around and thinking about, all of the things that's going on in the media today, and especially around the Carmelo Anthony situation, the Nolan Wells situation, and the whole racial dynamic of it. And I shared a story before about my experience when I was in high school at Broken Arrow. And I'm going to share another experience with you. And I just feel compelled to share these experiences because so many people will say, this stuff doesn't really happen. I just make it all about race. But it's easy to say when you aren't the one who has to deal with this on a regular basis. And you can easily walk through life with a blind spot and not realizing what other people deal with all the time. And we are expected to just bottle it up, not talk about it. And because, people really are going to say things like, you're just whining, you're just crying, man, you're making everything about race. But this is a constant in our lives. And you really don't realize the things that we have to deal with in the most innocent of situations. So let me give you an example. I remember going to a track meet to watch my kids run. And there were two other fathers there. They had kids at the track meet as well. And it was out in Commerce, Texas, if you're familiar with that area. Well, towards the end of the track meet, we had all discussed where we were going to go and eat after the track meet, which that was always something that we did. And there happened to be a barbecue place near that area. And we thought, man, I wonder if the coach will let us take the kids from here, because it would be much more convenient versus driving 45 minutes an hour back to the school and then coming back out to this area. So we were headed to the concession stand, and we happened to see the coach. And we said, "Oh, hey, coach, hey, can we ask you a question real quick? Just wanted to, run something by you. Hey, we wanted to go to take our kids out to this barbecue place. It's in the area. As a matter of fact, it's about 1.5 miles from here. And if you're okay with it, we'd like to take them from here, from the track meet. But hey, if you can't do it, we understand, school rules are school rules." And the coach, kind of thought about it for a second. And he said, "Yeah, okay, that'd be fine. We normally don't do it, but that's okay. That's fine." Well, we thought that was the end of it. Went out, had a good time. And Monday, we get a phone call from the school's principal. And we are asked to come to the school to discuss the incident that happened on Saturday at the track meet. Well, of course, I'm thinking, and I'm sure my other two friends are thinking the same thing. What's going on? What incident are they talking about? Well, so let me explain the dynamic. So the coach is white. All three of us were black. Okay? I'm saying this because it has a lot to do with the context of the story. Long story short, we get in, we meet with the principal and the assistant principal and the counselors for the students. And they got this really serious look on their face, and as if it looks like a Spanish Inquisition. And we're like, what's going on? So the incident that they were talking about was us asking the coach if it was okay to take our kids to that barbecue place that was 1.5 miles away from the track meet. The coach told the school that we cornered him and that he felt intimidated and he felt threatened by our body language and our posturing, and he felt like we were trying to do something to him. We were just flabbergasted. Floored. And I'm like, wait a minute. We didn't get any of that when we spoke to the coach. In no way did we threaten him. We even said, hey, we understand if the school rules are the school rules, and if you can't, we understand. We were as polite as we could be. But still, that situation got turned around and turned into something that it really was not. So, folks, these are the type of things that I'm talking about. Now, let me fast forward here a little bit. The school was considering at the request of the coach, of having us banned for the remainder of the school year and possibly the next year from attending any sporting events at the school. And they were seriously considering this. So after further discussion, I think, I don't know what happened. I would just say this. I think they realized that we were telling the truth. And I think common sense prevailed. And they decided against that. And we got a warning. And that was the end of that story. But that could have ended up being a lot worse. But just the fact that us being black, being 3 black men, made this man feel intimidated, cornered, or whatever it was. I don't get it. So just being you and being in the skin that you're in is a problem for some people. And you will always be interpreted as a threat or viewed as a threat by some people. It's really sad, people, but these are just examples of things that we go through on a regular basis. And even in the most innocent of situations, they could be turned into a whole big issue. Crazy, I know. But we're the ones, we're whining. So we learn to not really say anything about it or talk about it. But I'm going to share more of these situations that I've experienced over the years. All right, y'all take care, man. Have a good one.